So this is a £1,000 custom built system, a 3600X, delivered yesterday by Overclockers UK. So in this test we're going to see how hot the 3600X gets. Running Cinebench R15 and R20 multi-cores. So we'll see how hot the CPU gets. Currently it's around 46. So let's fire up both R15 and R20 and then do it. Okay, so it's 77. All the cores are throttling to 100%. 77, 78. Yeah, it's around 78. Not letting me run the R20 though. Oh, it's running now. Let's see if I can run the... Yeah, I'm running both now. Now what's the temperature? It's paused. What we got? We got 79.8. It's paused the R20. 80. 80.4. 80.3. So just above 80. 80.4. Yeah, now it's resumed a Cinebench 20. 80.3. 80.6. So it is running a bit hot. 80.8. That is hot, a lot hotter than the 4790K, but it is 6 core 3600X. 80. It does run hot. 81.8. No wonder you can hear the fan running. So it's got a good cooler on it, not a stock cooler, because they don't give it with a stock cooler, so you have to pay for one. It is running hot. 82.5. Okay, let's try see if we can run the graphics benchmark and the Cinebench R20. So let's run that, and then let's run the... Is it running it? Yeah, it's running both. So the GPU is under load. Well, not yet. Still preparing. What's the temperature now? Where's it gone? Yeah, 80.4. OpenGL is running now as well. 80. So we got R20 and R15 running. R15 on the GPU because it won't let you run the CPU. 80.5. So it's under heavy load, 100%. 80.8. Finished. Let's see if I can. Oh, it'll just pause it. If I run single core. Okay, I'm running single core now. Okay, so single core on R15 and multi core on R20, and we've got 82.5. Let's run it again. Here we go, 82.4, 2.1. So at the moment we're running the R20 full multi-core and single core for R15, and we're getting 82.5 max. Oh, it's going up, it's gone up. Nearly 83. So the system does run hot. I don't know if it's hot for 3600X or not. 82.5 is hot CPU. And remember, this is stock settings, it's not been overclocked. That is hot for stock. 83, call it max. That is hot. Imagine if you overclocked it. I don't think I'm gonna 83.1 now. I'm not gonna overclock this because it's not gonna have much life. 83.3. 83.3 point. This keeps going up. 83.3 then. I'll call it 83.3. So basically the overclocker system runs hot. It's probably because the fan, I put this down to the case being a bit crap. It hasn't got no vents at the, because it's just got this tempered glass. Should have some holes in it to vent air out. It needs more fans. See, CPU cooler. Well, it's a cheap one. This is not the case I wanted. They didn't have it. Certainly couldn't make the cooler fit in the case I wanted. Anyway, it runs hot, but it's survivable. So that's the test complete for the 3600X in terms of benchmark performance, R15, R20 and temperatures. Performance wise, it's very good, you know, in terms of the 1650 and the 3600X. Temperature wise, it does run a little hot on the CPU, 83 degrees. That's just benchmarking. It does run a little hot, not like disastrous. It's not going over 90 degrees, but remember, these are stock settings. It's not been overclocked, so you would not expect it to be running hot. I would prefer it to be under 80 degrees. The higher the temperature goes, the less life the PC will have. The earlier CPU will fail. That's a key thing to take note of. When you overclock, you're shortening the life of your CPU. You don't want to have temperatures over 90. No, that's gonna half its life. Whereas temperatures over 80 will take a good few years off. I'm not sure how much. Maybe you lose 20% of its life. You want to try and keep, you know, when it's under load, below 80. If you want your computer to last 5-6 years at least 6 years in terms of the CPU. Of course you can add extra cooling, but then you're going to have to pay. It's a budget system, £1,000. I'm not going to put in a £180 cooler. So I've got a £25, I think, £20 air cooler. It's sufficient since it's not overclocked. A little disappointed it's running, you know, that hot. 83. Prefer it to be below 80. It's probably down to mixer, case, fan and cooling. Mixture of the lot. Case is not very, no vents at the side because it's glass. No vents on the other side either. Anyway, that was the final test, final verdict on performance. Performance is fine, just runs slightly hot on the CPU. GPU is fine. It'll be okay. It'll last a good 5 years. for a component break. What I've not tested is the hard drive, but this should be okay, especially the Samsung since it's branded. Maybe I'll do that in a future video. Disk mark, but it's peripheral. So that's my final verdict on a system bought from Overclockers UK, and the overall rating I'll calculate and show you what it is, but it's fine, it's okay, there's nothing negative, no disaster. They've not made botch. Well, another thing I don't like is that they've burnt the license key onto the motherboard for Windows 10. And that is quite an expensive component. I think about £150. So it's not cheap. Yeah, I don't like that. If they've done that, just to increase their profit margin a little. Overall, it should be okay for a good 5 years for a student.